Most people are told that change after 60 is slow, cautious, almost negotiable. But the human body does not follow birthdays, it follows signals. Given the right signals, even an aging body responds with surprising speed. 4 weeks is not magic, it is simply enough time for biology to remember what it was designed to do. The first transformation begins not in the muscle, but in the nervous system. Certain exercises awaken coordination, balance, and timing before they build strength. When movements are controlled and intentional, the brain rewires how it recruits muscle fibers. Science shows that neural adaptation happens faster than muscle growth, which is why noticeable changes in stability, confidence, and posture can occur within weeks, even when intensity is low. The second shift happens in functional strength. These exercises are not about lifting weights, but about moving the body as a single unit. Standing, stabilizing, reaching, and supporting one's own body weight activates large muscle groups that govern independence. The body becomes better at real-life tasks, getting up, maintaining balance, protecting joints, because it is practicing exactly what life demands of it. The third transformation is metabolic. Gentle, repeated movements increase insulin sensitivity, circulation, and oxygen delivery without stressing the joints. Aging muscles respond particularly well to consistent, low-impact loading. The body begins to use energy more efficiently, which many experience as improved stamina and reduced fatigue within weeks. The fourth change is cardiovascular, but subtle. These exercises challenge heart rate and blood pressure regulation through variation rather than endurance. The heart becomes more responsive, learning to adapt calmly to changes in position and effort. This adaptability is more valuable to aging health than prolonged exertion. The final transformation is psychological. With each successful movement, the mind releases fear and rebuilds trust in the body. Confidence returns not as optimism, but as evidence. And when the mind believes the body is capable, the body begins to act accordingly. Neural adaptation occurs rapidly after 60, often before visible muscle growth. Functional exercises restore real-life strength and independence. Low-impact movement improves metabolism and energy efficiency within weeks. Cardiovascular health benefits from adaptability, not exhaustion. Rebuilding confidence between mind and body is central to physical transformation. After 60, the most immediate changes in the body occur not in the muscles themselves, but in the nervous system that commands them. Movement begins as a signal, not a contraction. When new or intentional exercises are introduced, the brain quickly learns more efficient ways to recruit existing muscle fibers. Science shows that neural pathways adapt faster than muscle tissue grows, which explains why balance, coordination, and posture often improve within days or weeks, even before visible strength changes appear. Aging does not eliminate this capacity, it simply requires clearer signals. Many older adults have the strength they need, but the brain no longer accesses it efficiently. When movement becomes repetitive or cautious, neural communication weakens. Introducing controlled, deliberate exercises restores that communication. Each repetition sharpens timing, improves sequencing, and reduces unnecessary muscle tension. This neurological refinement makes movements feel smoother and more stable. The body becomes safer, not because it is stronger, but because it is better organized. From a biological perspective, the nervous system prioritizes efficiency. When it learns that a movement can be performed safely, it allows greater force and range of motion. This is why confidence and coordination often return before endurance or muscle size. Balance improves as the brain relearns how to integrate sensory input from the joints, muscles, and inner ear. Posture changes as stabilizing muscles engage more consistently without conscious effort. These adaptations require far less time than structural changes, which is why meaningful transformation can begin in a short window, like 4 weeks. The nervous system does not wait for youth, it waits for clarity. When exercises are chosen to challenge coordination rather than exhaustion, the brain responds with renewed precision, quietly unlocking physical potential that aging had not erased, only placed out of reach. As the body ages, strength loses its value if it cannot be expressed in the movements of everyday life. Functional exercise focuses not on isolated muscles, but on how the body organizes itself as a whole. Standing up, stabilizing on one leg, reaching while maintaining balance, or supporting body weight through controlled motion engages multiple systems at once. These are the movements that determine independence. Science shows that large muscle groups in the hips, legs, and core are most responsible for maintaining autonomy, yet they are also the first to weaken when movement becomes limited or overly cautious. Functional exercises reawaken these muscles in the exact patterns they are meant to serve. Instead of training the body for repetition in a controlled environment, they train it for unpredictability, which is the true challenge of daily life. When the body practices integrated movement, joints learn to share load, reducing strain and compensatory patterns that often lead to pain or instability. Strength becomes usable rather than theoretical. Over time, this approach improves reaction time and stability because the nervous system recognizes the movement as relevant. The brain invests more attention in what it perceives as meaningful. This is why improvements in getting up, climbing stairs, or maintaining balance can appear quickly. Functional strength also preserves dignity. It allows individuals to move without assistance, to trust their bodies in familiar spaces, and to respond confidently to sudden changes. Independence is not defined by muscle size, but by reliability. When exercises mirror real-life demands, the body remains prepared for real-life challenges. The transformation is subtle, but profound. The individual may not feel stronger in the traditional sense, but they feel more capable. And capability is the foundation of independence. When strength serves life rather than performance, aging becomes less about limitation and more about adaptation. With age, the body's relationship with energy begins to change, not because it is less capable, but because it becomes more selective. Metabolism is no longer driven by extremes. It responds to consistency and signal quality. Low-impact, repeated movement provides that exactly. From a scientific standpoint, gentle muscular contractions stimulate glucose uptake and improve insulin sensitivity, particularly in aging muscle tissue that has become less responsive over time. These changes can occur quickly, sometimes within weeks, because metabolic systems are designed to adapt in order to conserve energy. When muscles are used regularly, even without a heavy load, they begin to demand and utilize fuel more efficiently. Circulation improves as small blood vessels respond to rhythmic movement, enhancing oxygen and nutrient delivery throughout the body. This process reduces the sensation of fatigue not by increasing stamina dramatically, but by lowering the cost of movement. The body learns to do the same tasks with less effort. Aging muscles respond well to this kind of training because it respects joint integrity while still providing stimulus. There is no need for strain to create change. Instead, repetition and control create an environment where the body feels safe enough to adapt. Over time, this leads to steadier energy levels throughout the day and improved recovery between activities. Many individuals notice that daily tasks feel lighter, not because they have become stronger in the traditional sense, but because their bodies are managing energy more intelligently. This metabolic efficiency supports long-term health by reducing stress on the cardiovascular system and stabilizing blood sugar fluctuations. The transformation is subtle but meaningful. It is not about burning more energy, but about wasting less. When the body becomes efficient, movement no longer feels like a demand.
it feels sustainable. And sustainability is the true marker of vitality in later life. Cardiovascular health after 60 is less about how hard the heart works and more about how intelligently it responds. The heart is not a machine built only for endurance. It is a responsive organ designed to adapt moment by moment. Aging affects this adaptability more than raw capacity. Blood pressure regulation, heart rate variability, and vascular elasticity gradually lose flexibility, which is why sudden changes in posture or effort can feel more challenging than steady movement. Exercises that introduce gentle variation teach the cardiovascular system to respond rather than react. Standing, stabilizing, shifting weight, and controlled transitions require the heart and blood vessels to adjust continuously.